What's going on, guys? So let me go over this app real quick. So when you download the app to your phone, whether it be Apple, Google, this is what it should look like, okay? So I'm going to try to keep this video really short, under 2 minutes, because I know if it goes much longer, you just won't even watch it. I'm not going to go over all the features, but when you log in or when you download it, this is what you'll get. The first thing you need to do is click your little profile button up here and sign in. So the easiest way to make this work is if you'll just use the email address that's attached to this message, then everything's going to work smoothly, hopefully. That email address is what we have for you in our database, and it also coincides with this app. So if you use a different email, I'm not sure how it's going to work, so let's just keep it simple. Use this email address, and we should be good to go. Once you log in, it should open up a few more features because they're only visible to logged in users. The two main sections I want to focus on is the agenda. So if you click on the agenda, you're going to see Wednesday's agenda, you'll see Thursday's agenda, and we have these things color-coded by color. Blue are for drinking water hours, green's for drinking water and wastewater, and the brown, there's just a few of them, those are for wastewater. If you click on these, you can see more about the class. You can read about the description, see the speaker, look at their contact information. You can even pull up a map and show where the class is going to be located. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory. What I really want to focus on is the check-in. So if you've been to any of our events, you're familiar with how after a session, we have some guys standing around with stamps, and we stamp a piece of paper, and then that's how we track which classes you've been to. We're trying to get away with that. Well, actually, we are getting away with that. So the way you'll check into the classes now is with the app. And so when you click check-in, it's going to list all the different classes, okay? It doesn't mean you can check in any of these. The only time you can check into a class is during the class or after the class. So if I click on any of these, there should be a little button that says check in. But I've created a test class just to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like. So anyway, today's May 13th, and it's almost 4 o'clock, so we've got a class here on the agenda from 3:30 to 4:30 that should fit the bill, and it does, so you'll see that little check-in box now. So the way this is going to work, let's just say you're at a 30-minute session that started at 9 o'clock, and it lasts till 9:30. 9:30, when the class is over, you'll have someone there at that class that's normally would be in charge of stamping that piece of paper. Well, now what they'll have is a piece of paper that has a 5-digit code. And after the class is over, they're going to announce that code, and everybody's going to break out their phones, open up their app, go to the class they're at, and hit check-in, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate that real quick. So I hit check-in, and it's going to ask for a code. Well, this code is, for this particular class, is 26166, but I'm going to put a wrong number in and see what happens. So if I hit submit with the wrong number, it's going to say invalid code. So one of two things have happened. We've given the facilitator the wrong code, which I hope did not happen, or you're at the wrong class, which might be a problem. Well, it will be a problem. So you need to make sure when you're at the expo to be at the right class. That way you could check in and get your credit hours. So I'm going to put the right number. That should be 66, let's see, and hit submit. Yep, so when I do that, it just kind of goes away, and it's something that we're trying to work with the developers, okay? It doesn't show that you've really checked in, but if you go back and you go back into that class, it'll show that you checked in. It'll give it a date, a timestamp, and that's going to be your record. Now, on the back end, we'll get that. We'll be able to export all that out. It should make that process a lot quicker for us, and hopefully it makes the process quicker for you guys. No more standing in line. So if you want to double check that you did it right, always go out, go back in, click on the class you just went to, and just make sure that green check mark's there. If you do that, I think everything will be good. Again, we're trying to work that out with the developers and try to get that fixed. But that's basically how we're going to do the check-in system. So just need you guys to download it, get familiar, and hopefully everything's going to go smoothly. I'll see you guys next week.